Namaste and welcome in the series of cybersecurity. This side is Meena. One day, one of my student Tony was very confused and having so many questions in his head. What's going on and what's happening with my computer? I'm not able to perform whatever I want on my computer. I'm not able to control what's going on my computer. So he asked me, Meena, what's happening with my computer? Before yesterday, it was working fantastically, but I don't know what happens from yesterday. Then I asked, Tony, have you downloaded some file yesterday? Then he gave me answer, yes, I did. And I was experiment something, and for that I need a software that was free download. Then I downloaded it and I started the software. Then I asked, the misbehaving of your computer are you experiencing after installing that software? Then he nodded, yes, I do. Okay. Then I understood, yes, something was malicious in that file. I told Tony, your computer get infected by the malicious file which you have downloaded yesterday, and that was having some kind of Trojan which infected your system. That's it. What was that and how that could be possible? Then I just told him, Trojan, that's a program created by attackers, and inside that they are having many codes or some softwares or some kind of programs that are created by attacker inside, looking like a very legitimate file. And can you believe there are number of malwares, like it can be backdoor, Trojan, rootkit, ransomware, botnets, cryptos, many types of, but more than 70% are the Trojan. And whatever the files we just download from internet, just I told you many times, being a student in ethical hacking master class, you should take care of that thing. Once you are downloading the file from internet, just have a look on that from the source where you have downloaded it, whether it's legitimate or not. It's what are the reviews from the users, or at least test it on virustotal.com before installing. Then he say, oh, just I forgot all these things, I just installed it. I told him and all the my 18th student in that batch, once that particular Trojan, it can be in different ways. There are different type of Trojans. It can be remote access Trojan, backdoor, rootkit, botnet, or e-banking, mobile, DOS. That can be any, or IoT. It is just for every kind of Trojans are available. So when you download that Trojan on your computer and install, it just open a door for the insider which is inside that program, malicious program, and whatever the task assigned to those coders, they start to execute it and give control, remote control to the attacker. So whatever the task they want to perform, they can perform on your computer. Okay. And what the things or the motive of the attackers they want to do? First of all, they will change some in your firewalls or antivirus, and they can change the directories, or they can change the files. Sometimes they like if that's a rootkit, they can control the kernel files as well, or the important file of the OS. Okay, and they will keep changing or just change the registry as well. So again, when you will reload your computers at the startup time, it will start and give the control to the attackers. Okay, whatever the information they want to steal from your computer, like personal information, information related to your bank details, or the sensitive information, if they want to steal, they can also steal via trojans. Okay, and they can shut down your computer, or whatever the files they want to open, they can also open it. All these things they can perform via remotely, because whatever the program they have designed, that's giving them remote access. So whatever they want, they can perform. Then they understood, yeah. So, and by chance in the on that day I was about to deliver the so many practicals related to trojans and different malicious software. So we just had to create the malicious code, and were using in the lab. Okay, so guys, just I'm sharing you with one of the example that's created by a very famous software, that's NJRAT. It's a remote access, it's for creating a malicious program, a trojan, that give lot of control to the attacker. Okay, so NJRAT means this is for remote access trojan. It will create a remote access trojan. So attackers create a file that's name is test. Inside it, just whatever he wants to perform on your computer, that coding inside that test file. It is executable file which we will send to the victim's machine via internet or share folder or in attachment, whatever the way you will choose to send that information to the victim machine. For example, this is in a lab environment, so we will send it via share folder, and once the victim or the target will download that file and install that file on his computer. For example, that's a VM Windows 7 is the machine of victim, and he downloaded that file via share folder and installed on his computer. So once the victim will install that file on his computer, it just give a message to the attacker machine via the code inside it. Okay, and immediately on the attacker machine, attacker, you can see here, it's just giving the information that is Windows 7 machine, and what's the IP address of that machine, that's also is showing 192.168.1.5, and username is Meena. It's just giving complete control to the attacker, and these are the different tasks attacker can perform on the victim machine. Like he can manage, he can control remotely, he can, what if he wants to run some command or file, he can also run those files, can change the registry, can control the camera, microphone, or he can also open chat. Even he can chat, like wants to give message, your computer has been hacked, or any message if he wants to give, he can also give. Whatever the folder he wants to open, he can open, and even the file want to upload or download, he can also send via this trojan. Okay, Once this session will establish, now total things are under control of the attacker. Okay, so I will show you how remotely it's just accessing it, just only clicking. If the remote access is open on the attacker machine, victim machine, he can also access it remotely via RDP. So here on remote desktop, he will click on remote desktop, and this screen will appear on attacker's machine. Okay, so you can see here attacked, just giving the name of the like Mina slash Windows 7 Ultimate. Okay, this is the machine of the victim, and now attacker is controlling it remotely. So whatever victim will do on his machine, he can see here, and the file, even whatever the file he will send from here on any folder which is having access, he can save the file, and later he can use those files to activate another kind of viruses, another kind of Trojan. So give him more control and more information about the victim machine. Okay, because registries are changed now, firewalls, antivirus under control of attacker, so he can also conceal himself from the IDS, firewalls or antiviruses. It's the task for attackers. They can even hide themselves without just coming in the eyes of those security devices or the appliances or the services whatever the victim is using. Okay, so guys, with this practical I just show you how attackers can send a file to you, and the file which will look very legitimate and a normal file that can have a multiple many things inside it, which can create a disaster on your computer and can send a lot of information to the attacker, and now it will no more, it will look like it's your computer, but that's under the control of the attacker. Okay, in the next session, and this how just we can save, just when you download or get any file from internet, be be sure about you have downloaded it from the legitimate website, or the source uh, where you have downloaded, the source is okay and good and verified. Okay, and if you need to install it, you can create a environment where the installation will be effect only the your controlled environment. Okay, or sometime you can also create in the monitored environment where you can see uh, which file, which location, files, registry changed after the installation. So when you need to uninstall it, those applications can uninstall all the things, or can uh, revert back your system in the state when it was previously before the installation of that particular software. Okay, so these things if you will take care, definitely you can save from such kind of Trojans. Okay, and in the next session I will discuss about how attackers find the victim on a network, how they find whatever the services or open ports are available on internet, on the network, so they can attack on the specific PC or on specific device. Okay, so stay safe. Namaste. See you in the next session.